All right, guys. Yeah, let's talk triple today. Yeah, I've been on the triple in a little bit. Been riding the FZ a lot. Put some new tires on it. Did a bunch of stuff to it, and so I just wanted to kind of get it where I want it, and time to take the triple out. It's 78 degrees, June 4th, I think, and beautiful day. Gonna be warm today, but just go up there, bright sunshine. Well, a little bit of clouds. You don't see the sun. I'm not pointing the camera at the sun, but anyway. So yeah, I just wanted to stop right here. This is kind of close where I live. It's a historic cemetery, but yeah, I want to talk triple. I want to talk. I'm going to compare the triple a little bit when I go riding with the FZ, but which I've done before, but I want to do it again. But I want to talk about upgrades. Am I done with upgrades, like the title says? I think I am. The only upgrade I can see myself doing is the tune if it ever comes out. But I'll go over quick. I mean, I know I've done this before, but I'm going to go over the upgrades I've done to the bike. So we'll just go through them all. And for you guys that don't watch the channel, maybe you're interested in whatever different upgrades on a triple. So as you can see, it's the Leo Ventier exhaust I have on it. The slip-on. The header is from a 2021 because of 2024 U.S. models. The headers do not. They're one piece. They're all welded, so you have to get like a 2019 to 23 U.S. model, and you can get you can put a slip on. And I found one that was a takeoff, brand new part, and the right price on eBay. Now they seem to be hard to find because everybody's doing that instead of buying a complete header. Anyway, so that's what I had a Yoshimura, and it was a little bit too high pitched for me, and I like the Leo Ventier. It's got a deeper tone, so that's what we got now. So, and I'm liking the way it looks, and that's Then I also put on the flame sliders. These are the Triumph ones. I kind of like them because they don't have that typical, like on my FC, the big round slider. This is just kind of more contoured. And I put on my sequential blinkers, turn signals. I put bar ends on. Some people have been asking about them. If you want to know about them, I'll just make a comment and I'll send you a link where I bought them. My grip puppies, a little cozy I call it a cozy for my master cylinder. And yeah, we just put this on. We just put on a let's see, what's it, Evotech radiator guard. So I've been meaning to do that. I don't know if you can pick it up with the light. So this side, and yeah, so super easy to put on. No biggie. And yeah, so we got that on. Obviously my Nelson rig tail bag, a tail tidy. They make different companies, but I went with this one. I kind of like it. It's kind of neat. It's relatively inexpensive, and just makes the bike look real nice. I took off the back pegs for passengers because I don't put a passenger on my bikes. And yeah, what else did I do to it? I relocated the horn. It doesn't sound as loud, but for some reason I don't know why. But I put it up here instead of hanging down here. And trying to think, anything else I've done to the bike? I've added new tires. That was a while back. Put spools on the back, as you can see. And yeah, so oh yeah, and I think my last thing I did, I put a Triumph pad so I don't scratch the tank. I never seem to have a problem scratching the tank, but yeah, I wanted to put it on anyway. I think it looks nice, and it does a little protection. I got my rock form mount for my phone, and then I have this company. It's upside down, but KW I think it is, or K whatever it is, or MK whatever. I don't know. If you want to know about it, it goes right into the center here. It's kind of a neat setup. It's pretty inexpensive. It's the same thing for the mount for my 360 camera. So it's nice and solid. It's pretty cool. So yeah. So I don't know. I'm trying to think. Oh, how can I forget this? So I put the fly screen on just recently, and you have to buy two pieces. There's two separate pieces, but kind of fiddly to put on. But I kind of like the way it looks, and it helps a little bit. The air is very clean. It's cleaner than it was before. The air was kind of clean, but it's cleaner than it was before. So let me see. I know I always forget something, but I think I got it. So those are all my upgrades. I don't foresee myself doing anything else except for a tune. If I get a tune, then maybe I'll do something. Who knows? I mean, that'll be my last upgrade, but I don't see there's nothing else I can do to the bike. I just don't see it. Possibly, I guess, I'd like to put some carbon fiber, but every time I order one, they send me the wrong one for the heel protectors, and I'd like this black. Maybe I'll powder coat these black instead. I'd rather them black. I'm not, okay, I mean, it's not a big deal if they're carbon or not, but so I think I'm just going to leave that alone, though. So, but it's good to be back on a triple. And I just want to talk about the triple, besides the upgrades I've done. I think I'm done. What about you guys? You guys just keep on going with your triple or any bike, or is there a point where you just stop? I mean, I hate to stop because I like working on the bike, but whatever. So we're gonna hop on the bike and then we'll talk more about the comparison between the two bikes. All right, guys, just 1 second. All right, 1 second's up. Let's switch cameras as we just did, and let's get on the bike. Beautiful day. I think I just said that. Okay, so let's, I don't know where we're gonna go. Just let's ride. I want to just compare the two bikes. And I'd be curious to see what you guys, with your upgrades. I mean, is it kind of an ongoing thing where you never stop? There's always something a little soft around here. Let's go this way. Is it something that you, I don't know, you just, something that's like never ending, there's always something to do, or is it just, you get to a point and that's it? Me, I'm always looking to do something, you know, I just don't see what else I could do on a triple. Maybe you guys have suggestions. I don't know what else I could do on the triple. I think the triple has got, all the options that I would want to put on it. I don't, you know, some guy did make a post, was it the other day? About luggage. I wouldn't put luggage on this. If I'm going to go someplace with this bike, I have a it's not a backpack. It's pretty big. I think it's a 20 something liter bag, waterproof bag, and I would just strap it to the back where my tail bag is, because I don't know. I'm just not going to put bags on a bike like this. It's just not going to happen. So, and what I want to compare it to is that when I get on this bike feels so light, so much lighter, and it's only, it's a good solid 60 pounds, maybe 70 pounds lighter, so I guess that's a lot of weight. But this bike feels so much lighter, so much more agile. It's like getting into, I don't know if you guys are familiar with, I'm sure you guys are familiar with it. Say you get into a Challenger with a Hemi in it, the performance version, big heavy car, but lots of performance. And then you get into, say, a sports car, maybe a Miata, or any of the, I think Toyota and Subaru makes it the F something 80, I don't know, but it's a sports car, and that's what you feel like. You just feel like you're getting into a sports car, and it's amazing. I mean, the bike is just it's amazing, and you think with a bigger bike you feel it a little bit more stable at the high speeds, and maybe if I over 130, the FZ1 probably would be more stable, but up to 130, this bike is fine, and it has so much instant power. I mean, yeah, there's other bikes that have a little more torque than this low end, but I think this is just enough low enough torque where the torque is anyway. It's pretty flat. It's not as high as, say, a KTM or a Yamaha, the MT-09s, but it's good. It's absolutely good. And then it's got, what I like about it is, I'm more of a guy that likes a little bit more upstairs power and a little bit less downstairs power. I just want to just rip the throttle, and then the power just builds. And that's what I like about the FZ. I can do a 40 mile an hour road in first gear, and if I just lean over on the tank like this and then I just crank it, no problem. It goes right to about 80 miles an hour, shift into second gear, and it's just absolutely a rocket ship. With this bike, because of the gearing, you do have to be a little careful. The wheel likes to come up, so you do have to sometimes feather the throttle, or just keep it in wheelie control, and you don't have to worry about it. But then the motor cuts out a little bit and just takes some of the fun away. So that's why I like motors that have a little bit more in the upper RPM range, where all you hear about people talking about is it doesn't have any low end torque, it feels dead. Well, like I said, I'm not into the wheelies, and so I'd rather have the linear power where it just gradually keeps building, or it's kind of the same. And I guess linear wouldn't be the same. It would be, linear would be the same all the way through, but where it would just gradually come in, and that's what I like. And then, where the bike is more controllable. So, but that's me. I don't know, other guys might have different opinions and stuff like that. If you have a really good command of your bike and you don't mind wheelies and stuff like that, KTM or the MT-09, that's the bike for you. The triple is just, it's just amazing. You know, I mean, another guy just complained about, which I complain all the time, is the dash. And yeah, that's the biggest fail. Yeah, and this quick shifter is absolutely butter smooth up and down. But yeah, the TFT dash is I switched the colors, now I run blue, but as soon as it gets daylight out, or as soon as the sun hits it, it'll go to the white screen. But either or, I tried switching, I can't see the tack, I can't see the numbers. Between 10,000 and 12,000, they move so quick, it's just hard to do it. So first gear, when I nail it in first gear, it's just picking out that, just a feel, and then I can concentrate a little bit more in second, third gear. But I mean, this bike is not a drag bike, I know. I like to do roll races with it, and I like to nail it and hit the peak RPM each shift. That's just what I'm used to because I'm a drag racer. But anyway, so getting back a little comparison is that this bike, it feels so agile, but you would think maybe that the FZ would be more comfortable. And believe it or not, the FC, it's comfortable, but it's not as comfortable as this bike. This bike is more comfortable. I'd rather be touring on this bike, and I know that they call that a sport touring bike, which I don't. I'd rather be touring on this bike than the FC. Like right now, the air is so clean. My helmet's not noisy when I'm on the FC because of where the windscreen is. It puts it right into the helmet, which makes it really, really noisy. I mean, if I put my head straight up like this on the FC, it gets a little quieter. But this, I can put my head anywhere, and it's just nice and quiet. Yeah, you hear a little bit of wind, but it's nothing crazy. It's not annoying. And so, to me, the FC is not a sport tour. I guess you could put a big windshield on it, but I'm not going to put a big screen on it. I don't like that look, and I don't use it for that purpose. So, to me, it's kind of my fast bike. You guys know I wanted that ZX14, but this is that's my fast bike. I got it set up. It's roughly making 170 horsepower, almost 150 at the rear wheel. So it's got lots of power. That's my drag bike. I mean, that's the bike I want to roll race with and just sport around with. But this is the bike I want to be with every day. See, just there, I didn't even go full throttle. I just went quarter throttle and 3/4 throttle, I'm sorry, and the front wheel just came right up. I mean, it didn't come up high, but I just felt it being loose. But so this is kind of a hooligan bike, and it's all because of the gearing, guys. And I mean, it's just it's like even in sixth gear, like I'm in sixth gear, I'm doing 50 miles an hour, and say there was somebody going real slow and I wanted to pass them, I don't have to downshift it. I mean, I can get up to 70 miles an hour in a blink of an eye. Yeah, it's not like, I mean, if you downshift, it's going to be quicker, but you don't even have to, because the way the gears are spaced on this bike, it's a very close ratio type of gearing. I know some people mentioned that maybe they should have put like sixth gear, a little bit more of an overdrive gear, and I think that's probably, might be the smart move, but it is what it is. But overall, if I had to choose the bike I wanted to be with on most of the times, it's going to be the triple. It's a smaller bike. When you put this next to the FC's longer. It's got a 57.5-inch wheelbase. I think it's like 4 more inches longer, and it's got a lot of power. And but overall, this is a more comfortable bike because I consider, even though it's a sport tourer and I put the fairing on the bike and all that other stuff, it's kind of the same bike as far as the wind hitting you and stuff. And you're not leaned over because it doesn't have clip-ons. Yeah, it just feels so good. I know the camera's not showing anything like I'm doing anything crazy, but it just feels so good, the bike. And it's just, and like I said, the FZs they're very similar as far as the air hitting you. It's not like my GS, where the GS was very protective of the air, of the elements around you. And either bike is the same, but this is more comfortable. This is a comfortable bike, and not that like I said, I wouldn't put luggage on it, but I wouldn't have a problem touring with this bike. I would much rather tour with this bike than the FZ, But I love the FZ because it fills my need for speed. That thing I had it. I didn't have the camera on, but I had it up to 150 on on a nice empty road. It was a highway, so it wasn't those back roads. I think 130 is a max on the back roads. I don't need a deer coming out in front of me, and I'll be dead meat. So and then you just don't have those long straightaways. But on the highway you do, and I think it would have went to 170. I mean, it just kept pulling, and traffic started coming up, so I just kind of let out of it. But yeah, it was just kept pulling. I mean, I tell you, I got to hand it to that guy, Ivan's Tune, boy. He knows how to. I didn't put a power command in. He just reflashed the ECU. He just did the whole deal, and yeah, it's a good deal. But getting back to the triple is just handles like a dream. Now I'll give it the FC handles pretty good, but it doesn't lean over like this one. This one you just think about going over, it goes over. It's not. It's effortless. I think I've said this before. The triple makes me a better rider than I am because of all the nannies it has and all the things that can help you with the wheelie control, the IMU for so if you get into a turn too hot, it's just the IMU. It's just like I said, it just makes me a better rider. So I know I've said this before, guys, but no more bikes, selling no bikes. That's it. I'm not getting rid of any more bikes. This is it. We're sticking with all the bikes. We're just gonna keep putting them in the garage. I don't care if I don't have any room. This bike is just too nice to get rid of. And let's see what we got here. I got one more thing to say, but we got our favorite track right here. Yeah, so I'm trying to look at the tack, guys. And the FC is so much easier to ride, to shift as far as hitting the RPMs. Now, in that run, you can hear me hitting the rev limiter a couple times because I was trying to look at the tack, and I tell you that one dude that says that he doesn't have any problem with it. I tell you, I envy that dude because I'm looking at 10,000, 11. I look down real quick, trying to get my bearings where I'm at, make sure everything's good, nothing's running out in front of me. And if I've had 10,000 before I have a chance to look back, it's already hit the rev limiter. I just can't. I need a sweeping tack. I just can't. Oops, I don't know if it was clicked down. I just can't pick it up fast enough. So that's just me. I just need more of a sweeping tack, but it's not a big deal. It's just it is what it is. The bike is so good in so many other ways. It's fine. But yeah, so what was I saying before I was, now I forgot what I was going to say. That's my problem all the times when I'm talking like this, and I see a nice run to just to open it up, and then I break my train of thought. Yeah, now when you go two turns like that, I didn't fly through the turn. The bike is total confidence. Total confidence. Not to say, if there's something on the road, bike's gonna come out from under me, but I don't fear it at all. Where with the FZ, it's a little heavier bike, and I'm just a little bit more careful with that bike. This bike is not to say I'm not careful, but this bike is just so confident. It gives you so much confidence. It's just a lot of construction going on here. It's just an amazing machine. And so we'll just pull over here to and yeah, it's still nice out today. Okay, guys, we're here. I guess that's it. Not sure. Probably nothing else I can say. Got an itchy nose. And the triple. I'm still loving the bike, guys. The bike has just been so good to me. And not much more I can say, I guess. I don't know when I'm going to make another video. I got another race coming up. About 3 weeks in a row I have racing all in the area. And just not sure if I'll have another video out. Maybe I will, maybe I won't. That's why I wanted to do this one. All right, guys. I guess that's it for now. And just check back. I'm sure I'll have another video in the future. Later, guys.